Hey everyone, and welcome back to In Stars in Time, where today we are continuing our investigation into witchcraft in the house by reading all those books we couldn't read before. Let's see, today I believe we want to head over to the West End, because I think there's books in the library we might be able to read. It seems like a logical place to look. We're looking for books, books are in the library. Also, want to check this again. The closet is filled with gardening supplies. And there's some gardening books about rare and powerful plants. None of them catch our eye. Alright. I was hoping there might be a book in there. I guess I was misremembering. Probably remembering a different closet. Also want to do this. Poke, 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 poke. Poke! Without meaning to, we smile. Kids, please. Yay! It's working! Seafreen smiled at a poke, at a touch! Oh, that's so good. The touch therapy is working. Alright, scissors you up. Oh god. This is still upsetting. This attack is still really upsetting. Alright, onwards to the library. Once again, not able to get past these dang sadnesses. They are very impolite. Alright, you're paper type again, so let's just get rid of you. Wow! Did it need to be 2,500 damage? That's a lot. Shit! Ah, dang it. For some reason, I just have a lot of trouble with navigating on D-pad. I always tend to slip off to the side of where I'm trying to go. And I would like to stop doing that. Okay, how much does it do when you are... Alright then. Got it. Okay, don't worry, just attack. Okay, now where was the book? I'm pretty sure there was at least one book around here. The bookcase is filled with theater scripts. The Vogardian comedy we remember liking is still here. Oh, don't worry, Steve. You'll be able to see some plays soon. So there's something I've always wondered. What is it, Bonnie? Well, you know that stage play Freen brought us to before we got to the last orb to open the house? In it, the main characters, the two men kiss on the mouth, right? Ah. Oh, gems.
Shush, I want to hear this.
And so, when people kiss on the mouth in plays, they don't really kiss, right? They have some transparent paper in between so their lips don't touch, right? What? What?
Uh-huh, what?
Is it still funny? Yeah, Bonnie, they definitely have paper in between. Huh. Yeah, I knew it. No one would ever kiss someone on the mouth in a play. Not in front of everybody.
Not in front of everyone.
Oh, that's really good. Boniface, this is why you're my favorite. Woohoo! Alright, next bookshelf. This one is filled with various novels. How Not to Make a Fool of Yourself, A Journey. Tick, Soul Emperor 4, The Soul Emperor, and The Cursing of Chateau Castle, issues number 40 to 48. We don't need to remember this number. Oh, not this one, not this one, not this one, not this one. Oh, this one looks fairly recent. We could read a little bit, like a tiny bit. No time.
Oh, boo.
We get away from the diary. This bookcase is filled with books about the House of Change. So the House of Change is the name of the belief, but the house is the name of the place. And there's more than one house in Vogard.
And a house is where people live.
Such a confusing language. No, it's not so bad. It makes sense. If you'd like to know more about the House of Change, yes, recommend me a book. But let's be quick about it. Okay, yes. Alright, I think you should try this one. The Life-Changing Magic of Changing Yourself. This one is a little abstract, but it is all about our beliefs in the Change God. Living while striving for change within ourselves while keeping our ever-changing God in our thoughts. This book explains pretty well the belief that a lot of the people of Vogard live by. Interesting that you only have one deity. Easy to keep track of, I suppose.
Oh yeah, what do you have in Kabue then?
We have gods, spirits, expressions. The nuance gets a little lost in Vilgardian. Expressions for everything.
So how many expressions do you have then? A dozen?
A few thousand. Does the universe count expressions and the change god within it?
What?
So many! Do you have to keep track of all of them? Of course not. You only have to pray to the ones that you need. So for me, the expressions of search, the expression of writing, and the expression of creatorcraft, and lately the expressions of battle and victory, I suppose. Cool.
That's pretty neat.
I hope the expressions and the change god bless us on our journey. And then there were a few options here. The bookcase is filled with random books from novels to picture books to massive research essays. Which book? Yeah, neither of these would be right. We leave the books alone. Okay, maybe it wasn't in here. Maybe it's in the secret library. What? What, the gems? Secret passage! But how? How did you... Wow, a secret passage!
Nice one, but you're the one who found it, buddy.
We wink. Isabeau, don't let the wink distract you.
Crap, wait!
We've already moved on. Oh, poor Isabeau. He will never win. Okay, checking the bookshelves. What do we got? The bookcase is filled with books about something called colors. We need any help we can get. We pick one at random. Color theory, what it means for us and our past. Looks boring and dense. Oh yes, color theory. Are you interested, Sifi? We shrug.
Huh, what's a color?
Ha, Zai doesn't know what a color is.
I really don't. Tell me.
It's, It's like weird shades. I learned it at school, but it wasn't very interesting, so I crafted a drawing on my table instead.
Wow, Bonbon, you're so hardcore.
They are weird shades, yes. This is a relatively new discovery, so I'm not surprised you haven't heard, Isabeau. But a very long time ago, we could apparently see shades called colors. Yeah, they had a shade called blue, and that's the sky's real shade, and one named Grin, and that's what the grass looked like. I think the world around us still are those colors, but we just, forgot how to see them? Or so the researchers say. I think the house over in Corbeau was researching it.
That's such big news. How did I not know this? I failed you all.
Oh, don't worry. We don't usually count on you to know things.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Ooh, yeah, no, now that we know a bit more about Isabeau, that hurts a little bit more. The bookcase is filled with moldy old books. One of them is written in our language. We can read it now. There it is. Actually, we can't. There's a lot of hard words in there. We don't know what this is even about. Maybe we should go back to it later. Damn it. Okay, well, that's the bookshelf we need to check then. We will come back to this later when we have learned more. For now... Is there anything else I need to do on this floor? Let me think. What does the East Wing have? The East Wing has the trap building room. It has that side room, but I don't remember there being anything in there. And we need to get the key out of the kid's journal, but... Alright, skip ahead about 30 seconds to a minute. Just look for when we are on floor 3. I'm gonna be doing the, heavy content warning for self-harm thing again. Okay. Use that dagger. Not on our family members this time. It's gotta be easier the second time. We close our eyes shut tightly and stab. Alright, floor 3. Ow, it hurts still. We're getting the hang of it, but it felt terrible. It felt like the end. We breathe in, and out, and in, and out. All right, before we head onwards, no? Okay, fine. We'll get past you, and then let me think. Where do we need to explore here? Oh, wait, shoot, I remember now. Oh, okay. We, apologies, but we're gonna need a loop again. And I could use a tear, but I'm pretty sure there's extra conversations you can get if you keep using the dagger, so we're gonna keep using the dagger. I'm so sorry. Anyways, skip ahead 30 seconds, I guess. We're getting better at this. Swing! Okay, there we go. Why waste time monologuing about how it felt? That's not the point of this whole stabbing business, isn't it? We're doing this because it's faster and more convenient than any other way to kill ourselves. A knife right to our neck, near instant death, whenever we want, whenever we choose, or our money back, tee-hee! It'll be even faster next time. Back to the stage. I hate that.
Are you ready?
I guess.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, third floor. Anyways, reason we needed to do this?
Wait! Do you hear that? That sound, that's
the king. He's crying. Anyways, reason we needed to loop back is because we actually need to use a tier in a very specific place. We need to use a crest on a very specific tier. It can't be the one that progresses the main story. Because I remembered there is a place. Seafried was wondering if there's a place associated with the king that might be involved with, like, that might have stuff in our language. I remember a room with a lot of stuff in our language, and that involved stars, which the king loves because of the island north of Vogard and their faith. We need to go back to the observatory. A mirror. We and our family members are reflected in it. That's a big mirror. Massive, even. And there's not really anything else of interest in this room. I don't know anything about it. Before the house shifted around because of the king, it was in a part of the house I didn't often walk by. Isabeau's looking for the switch.
If it is what I think it is, then it should be... Aha! Everyone say fromage!
Fromage! What was that? Oh, look! Something's on the ground. A piece of paper?
Behold!
Oh, no! That smile is... Oh, Seafried, you're really forcing it now. Oh, no. Oh. Oh! It's a picture of all of us. It's us. This is lovely.
Isn't it? It's a crafted mirror that takes pictures. I heard rumors someone is creating one, but I didn't know that someone lived in Dormont's house.
We look so surprised. Only Isabeau knew this was coming. Pictures are so rare. It's nice to have one of us. Thank you for telling us about it and for taking a picture, Isabeau.
Oh, it's nothing.
What should we do with it? Odia looks at us. Would you keep it safe? Oh, one with all the secret pockets? We take the picture to keep it safe. We got the mirror picture. And we put it in our pocket. Grab that key. Now that we can see the key, we pick it up. And let's head onwards. Alright, so it was west to get the next key, back over here to get the crest, and then we can head to the observatory. And if I remember correctly, I think there was another room where there was a language that gave us a headache. So I want to check that out as well. Let's grab the key first. A closet. We open it. We found the angry key. We put the angry key in our pocket. No time. There's a house to explore. Okay, if I remember correctly, this room, we could never do anything in this room because the door gave us a headache. The gate is locked. It's locked by one of those weird word locks. There's something written above the lock, too. Maybe we should take a closer look. We can read it now. It's asking a question. We answer it aloud. The door unlocks.
Huh? What did you say, Sif?
I couldn't hear it either. Did you say something? We open the door. And just like everything else from our country, immediately erased from everyone's minds. Well, there's an obvious thing to check out, but I guess we can start with that, and then we'll go around the room just going through everything.
What is this?
It has lots of balls attached to it. And there's a lever here. If we turn it, it seems the balls will move around this big middle ball. Does it represent something? It looks familiar somehow. Yes, I feel like I've seen something like this before.
It's called an orrery.
An orrery?
It's a machine to calculate positions of astronomical objects.
Astro what?
Like stars and planets and stuff.
Who would need to calculate this? For once, Seafried hasn't forgotten something, but we'll have.
I wonder what would happen if you didn't have the memory of memories equipped when you examined it. I'm not gonna try it. I'm gonna leave that as an open question for someone else to check out.
Star charts.
We know what they are.
A telescope. It's broken.
More star charts.
A bookcase. All the books are so old they'd probably disintegrate in a single touch.
A bookcase. Same again.
A drawer. We open it. There's a beautiful hat inside. It's very similar to ours. We got the starry hat. And that is the last accessory in the game. We finally have all of them. If you're playing on a system with achievements, you should have just gotten an achievement from that. As long as you're following along, of course. Boost defense. Wait, hold on. Okay, so the regular hat boosts attack speed and critical hit chance. So those actually still go up with this. The fabric lining, the inside of the hat, is filled with stars. Boosts defense, attack speed, and critical hit chance. Heals 5% HP every turn. That is an upgrade. Alright, last thing to check. A journal with a star on its cover. It looks very old. Feels like it'd break apart in one touch. I want to read it so bad. Please, let's stop wasting time and reading every book we come across. But if the book has a star on it, it must be important, right? We get closer to the book. Fine.
Let's do it! Be careful handling it, though.
Mirabelle carefully takes the book in her hands and flips through the pages. It's a little long. Seems like it's the diary of a very sad person. Why sad? What happened to them? They don't actually say. It just feels like they lived through some hard times and everyone around them seems to brush their worries aside. Everyone is acting as if everything's fine when this person continues to suffer.
Bummer.
More like boring. Read a passage. Sure. Well, no one can understand what I've been through. Not my friends, not my family, no one. If no one can understand me, if I'm doomed to never truly be seen by another, if I'm the only one who can understand what I've gone through, then couldn't I just create another self? Another me? Someone I could talk to who can understand. Huh?
Oh, interesting. Now we're getting somewhere.
Talking to another self to come to terms with what they've gone through. But in the end, they'd still be alone, right?
Sometimes you just need a voice that answers back, Bonbon.
It would just be an echo chamber, though. You'd never get to any good conclusion talking to yourself endlessly.
Not necessarily true. I find that frequently people can have very good advice for others, but fail to give that same advice to themselves. So if you literally talk to yourself, though, you can give that good advice to another you, and hey, maybe they'll actually take it. At the very least, it can help to kind of look at your issues through an external perspective, even if you're literally talking to yourself. It's a method for doing that.
I suppose they felt so alone they saw no other recourse, though. But tell me, Mirabelle, do they get a rude wake-up call as they realize creating another self is absolutely impossible?
Yeah, using craft to change a body is already hard enough. Crafting a whole new one and identical to another and one able to talk back? That's just impossible.
They spent a good chunk here trying to figure out how to do it. It's a lot of complicated theory. Their writing seems to be getting more frantic, too. It's barely legible in places. Of course, realizing this can't be done.
That's kinda sad.
Oh? This page. It only has a few words, but...
I figured it out. How to create another me. Bodycraft didn't work. Crafting clay? Didn't work. Nor wood, nor marble. Nothing worked. But one thing could. Wishcraft. Wishcraft will make my wish come true. I just have to do it. I just have to ask. Wishcraft. The king mentioned witchcraft before, didn't he? He seemed to imply it was used to trap us in this time loop, didn't he? So it is real. It's real. It's real. We hide our smile by covering our mouth. Seafreen? And then? And then? Oh, and then? Mirabelle turns to the page. Oh! My wish came true. I will always be understood now. Huh. Happy for them, I suppose. So they did it? They created another them. With wishcraft? What's wishcraft? Surely a type of craft they invented for this tale. As we've said, it's impossible to create a copy of yourself. Interesting premise, though. And making this fictional tale look like an old diary was interesting. Too bad wishcraft isn't real, though. I'd wish for stuff, too. But it is real. It has to be. It has to be. We have to tell Loop about this. That's a lead. That is a lead. That is a lead. That is a big lead. Okay. Before we head back to Loop, I still want to check the observatory. Because I remember there is stuff there in our language. It is worth at least investigating. And if we have to come back later, we have to come back later. But for now, we're going to make sure we've at least taken a look. Oh, screw you, sadness. Alright, yeah, just a pack. Still looks like a chunk of meat to me. Still hate it. Mirabelle is now level 56. Nice. Okay, to the door so we can get the crest. We insert the key in the keyhole and open the door. Weird smelly one. What? Free crest, sadness. Let's go. Alright then, hello Nostalgia. Let's kick your ass real quick, get your crest, and get out of here. I was not even paying attention to what type you are. Okay, you are rock type then, paper. We shall use paper. Give me that crest. Seafreen is now level 76. We got a star crest. We put the crest in our pocket. Woohoo! Alright, Boniface, what do you mean by weird smelly? Those sadnesses all smell really sugary. That's it? The sweet smell of wishcraft, he said. Certain conversations on the 3rd floor can lead the party to believe that the smell of sugar is timecraft. The king has said otherwise. The smell of sugar? The smell of sugar is wishcraft. Those sadnesses are related to wishcraft somehow. The tear floats gently. Use the star crest? Let's do it. We use the star crest? And let's head onwards. Into the observatory. Whoa! Where are we? There's a big window over there, see? What? Was there a room like this in the house? Yeah, I remember. Oh! Interesting. Okay. Yeah, no, that makes a lot more sense now. Her struggling to remember it. If astronomy and the universe is something that's heavily associated with the island north of Vogard, it makes sense that this room would be partially forgotten, a little bit harder to remember, because it's tied to what was forgotten. Oh god, the details are so good. Yeah, I remember. Someone was working here, studying. They looked like... Sorry, I can't remember. That's so good. Holy crap, this game's so good. I love how everything ties together so neatly as you get into Act 4, as we approach the end. Alright, let's check everything out. Rolled up paper, we unroll one. It's a star chart. A pile of papers, something is written on them. Looks like a child tried to write down their first word. That sure is some awful handwriting. And a determined child. Looks like they tried to write the same word on all those papers. A pile of papers. It looks like someone is trying to write your country's name. We cannot read it still. Even with the memory of memories, we still can't read its name. A star chart. What's this drawing for? This looks pretty good. Not really. It's just dots on lightless paper. I could do that. The dots on the map look like the sky we can see through the window. Could it be some kind of drawing of the stars? A map of the stars? But what for? We gently touch the map. For some reason, we feel empty. Some books. We can read their titles. There are books about space, the stars, the universe. World globe. We are here. Isabel points to where we are on the lower half of the globe. Vogard, the land of change. Kabue is here. Odiel points to a big country far from Vogard. Kabue, a country we visited at least once. And Bambouche is here. Bonnie points to a spot almost on the edge of Vogard. We look away from the globe. We see a spot on the globe where the paint has started wearing out, like someone kept dragging their finger on it. We drag our finger there too. Erased. We almost want to look for lightless paint. Even erased from globes. Even erased from maps. A telescope. It's dusty. What's that? Oh, I've seen one of those before. That's a telescope. I think you watch the sky with it. Like clouds? Like stars, I think. During the night, since they're not here during the day. Stars. Boring. Okay, we have to say something. Stars aren't boring. Huh? But they are. They're just dots in the sky. But they're not boring. They're not just dots, they're big balls of fire and gas and light. Fire? Most are bigger than our planet, they're just really far away. Huh? Really? They don't appear at night, they're here during the day too. What? Okay, that was interesting, but stop telling the kid lies. I almost believed you, Seafreen, but that one is too much. I mean, if stars are also here during the day, then why can't we see them? Oh, Seafreen, fuck. Because the sun is out and it's too bright to see them because they're too far away. Because they're sleeping! Aw, cute. Oh. Jokes to hide the pain. There's a book in Kabuan open on the table. We all look at Odiel. Kabuan book here in Vogard, how rare. The title translates to Colors Through Time. It seems to be an essay about color theory. Color theory? We don't have time for this. But what if we did? I know this face, thief, but what if we did? Odiel sighs and picks up the book. Yes, I'm not the one reading this time. Yes, I'm not the one reading this time. Heh. This book seems to go into detail about what could have caused colors to disappear. Something big must have happened, right? For everyone to not be able to see them anymore. And it was a very long time ago, so there's probably no records of why. There seem to be a lot of theories. A craft experiment gone horribly wrong, the side effect of a craft war. Whatever happened then, all colors disappeared from this world. But it seems impossible, right? It'd be like if everyone stopped seeing shades all of a sudden. I do wonder what could have made that happen, yes. Weird. We're still wondering about that weird shade we saw while talking to the king. Oh, is that weird shade a color? Is there a way to see colors now? Funny you should mention it. People have been known to see a weird shade during, times of immense trouble. They describe this shade as scary, dangerous, visceral maybe. Historians think this weird shade could have been a color. A visceral shade?
Times of immense trouble. What does that mean?
Sorry, it's a little tough to translate. Moments before something breaks, maybe.
When something breaks, like during the end of something? Or something gets destroyed?
Like the end of the world?
That's grim.
Maybe so. If colors were an integral part of the world, then the world writes itself right before the end. How poetic! Someone should write a novel about this.
Colors appear when something breaks, huh? When the king tried so hard to say our country's name. Did something break then?
Last thing for this room. A big window. Those are stars, right? I remember just now. But don't they only appear at night? We left early in the morning, so it should still be light outside.
I've heard it's always nighttime near the king. Maybe this is his influence. Oh. He wants to bring back the nights, the universe, the stars of his home. Ah! It was dark around the house yesterday too, remember?
Can we look at the stars for a second? The stars? Why?
Just for a little bit. Sure. We have time, don't we?
We could have stayed here forever.
Well, don't guilt trip me. We need to find some way out of this. We'll make it right, Seafreen. We'll figure it out. We will figure something out. We have made so much progress in learning what's going on. Okay. I'm gonna end the video by using the dagger again to hop back to let's hop back to Dormont because we need to talk to Luke. So, content warning for that. That's all we're really doing. So I will see everyone next time as we go talk to Luke about what we learned about witchcraft and see if we can't get a few more leads. Maybe we can start figuring out how to interpret those other books as well. I'll see everyone next time. Let me just go ahead and, sorry for this. We're an old hat at this. Stab. Back to the start, Seafreen. Back to the stage. I'll see everyone next time as we talk to Loop. And I think, unless something comes up to stop me... Oh! You know what? Actually, my mistake. We'll talk to Loop later. I guess next time we're gonna actually be heading back to fight the king, because I remembered there's one more thing we need to do with fighting the king before we progress a little bit further with talking to Loop about witchcraft. So I'll see everyone next time for that.